Hello and welcome to Angel's Kitchen and Cocktails. If you're watching, thank you so much. We are making a seafood mac and cheese today with a little gumbo twist because of the smoked sausage that I'm going to be incorporating. We have some crab claw meat, some lobster tail, and some shrimp that's already cleaned, peeled, and deveined, seasoned with salt, pepper, and Old Bay. We're going to be using 4 different cheeses: Munster cheese, Colby Jack cheese, sharp cheddar, and mozzarella. About 1.5 cups of each, but save a half a cup of that mozzarella to top your pasta before we put it in the oven. We're going to be using some heavy cream, a whole pint, 1.5 cups of whole milk, ziti pasta because I like my noodles big, a total of 2 sticks of butter, and lots of seasonings. We are preheating our oven to 375, bringing our 4 to 6 quarts of water to a rapid boil, seasoned with salt and about a teaspoon of vegetable oil so those don't stick, and we're only going to cook those for about 7 minutes. My pan is preheated to medium high. I'm adding a little bit of olive oil before I add in the sausage. You want to make sure that your sausage is cooked throughout and nice and crispy because, to mushy sausage. That's where the second stick of butter comes in. You're going to add a little bit of butter there and go ahead and add your shrimp to the pan. Add all the shrimp in because this is going to cook well together. There's that stick of butter we talked about. You're going to add that to the bottom of your pan. More butter before the crab meat and the lobster tail go in. Just add it all in. I wanted to use lump crab meat, but unfortunately the grocery store was out. Claw meat will work just as good. Lastly, the lobster tail. This is going to cook up really nicely together. I will add some Old Bay seasoning to that and just let it cook up for another 2 or 3 minutes. Everything is already cooked, so we don't want to overcook everything. There goes the Old Bay, lots of Old Bay. Now we have our noodles that cooked al dente about 7 minutes because it's going to cook some more in the oven, so we don't want to overcook those. Now we add in the cheese. All the cheese, extra cheese. You can never have enough cheese. I mean, it's mac and cheese, right? So we've added all the Munster, Colby, sharp cheddar, and mozzarella. Of course, once that's all added in there, you want to make sure you give it a really good stir. Remember that whole stick of butter is in there too. So you're going to stir everything up before we add in the heavy cream and the milk and all the seasonings, which I will give you the measurements for the seasonings. But again, you want to make sure everything is stirred up and mixed up nicely. There's the Cajun seasonings. We're going to add all that in there. And again, give it a nice stir with your heavy cream, and the milk is coming up next. It's super important that you really mix this up well. While we do this, our seafood and sausage should be pretty much ready to be added in. There you go. Pour it all in there, all those juices right in there. We're not draining anything. And before we put this in the oven, we're going to top it off with a good layer of mozzarella cheese. Again, the oven has been preheated to 375. We're going to cook it about 20 minutes until it comes out nice and golden brown. And you'll see it like that. That's what you want it to look like. Delicious. So creamy. You got the crab, the lobster, the shrimp, the sausage, all of that. Look at that pool. Oh my goodness. And then sit down and relax and enjoy what you have created. You can pair this with a nice crisp Chardonnay and an Italian baguette and just enjoy.